Hello and welcome to our 2022-2023 Community Grant Program Overview. My name is Keely and I am a Business Support Officer with Kempsey Shire Council. I will be talking you through the funding streams available for this round and provide you with some examples and handy tips for a strong application. I would like to acknowledge the land of the Thungari people and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. This is the second round of the 2022-2023 Community Grant Program, which is why the amounts available and the amounts you can apply for have differed. This round we have $16,000 remaining for our Mayoral Community Fund and $8,000 remaining for our sporting grants. We have introduced a new category this round, which is our Get Ready grants and has a pool of $22,000 available. Lastly, we are offering a NAIDOC Week Quick Grant with the maximum being $500 per applicant. Applications for the grant program will open on Monday the 27th of February and close on Monday the 27th of March, which gives you a full month to put together your application. All applicants, successful or unsuccessful, will be notified in April 2023 via email. The grant objectives for the Community Grant Program are to facilitate the establishment or development of innovative community projects in line with Kempsey Shire Council's Community Strategic Plan and Delivery Plan. We want to increase participation, accessibility and range of quality community and sporting activities and programs for residents across the Shire. And lastly, we want to create authentic and vibrant public spaces that are valued by their communities and admired by visitors. To be eligible for a Kempsey Shire Council community grant, you must be a registered non-for-profit organisation or community group with an ABN, or auspiced by an agency with an ABN. Be Shire-based with a project to serve local residents. Have public liability insurance of minimum $20 million. Provide profit and loss statements for the past 2 financial years if your organisation is over 12 months old. Provide a letter of support from another local organisation and ensure any previous funding from Council has been acquitted before applying again. If your community group doesn't have an ABN number and you are not registered, you need to partner with an organisation that is. This is called an Auspicing Agency. The Auspicing Agency must be recognised by the ATO as a non-for-profit organisation. The Auspicing Agency will be responsible for the receipt, banking and administration of all monies, project monitoring and making sure the project is completed, ensuring the applicant acquits the funding on time and signing off on the acquittal form. Projects that will be ineligible for funding through the Community Grant Program will be projects that do not meet the grant objectives, have already commenced or have been completed, are for commercial or personal profit, are for ongoing operating costs, including salaries, electricity, rent, etc., are for uniforms or newsletters. Please note that if your project requires safety or PPE equipment, we can make exceptions. Reflect or replicate core business of council or another government department, projects that have already received funding from council, and lastly are for works on private property or school grounds. The Mayoral Community Fund looks to provide opportunities for residents of our Shire to participate in a range of arts, culture or local history activities that benefit the quality and cultural heritage of their lives. It also gives opportunities for residents to participate in special community events to celebrate and enrich the community's lifestyle. It fosters initiatives and self-help amongst residents and also encourages the participation of people who have limited opportunities due to low income, geographic or social isolation, cultural background or disability. And lastly, it strengthens community skills and capacity. Some examples of Mayoral Community Fund projects could be delivering community events that bring a range of people together in a public place, purchasing art equipment for programs run at a community arts centre, building a community garden, or purchasing fabric to make costumes for a dance group. The aim of sporting grants is to provide local sporting organisations the opportunity to purchase new sporting equipment or clubhouse equipment that improves the club's facilities. Projects must align with the objectives of the Macleay Valley Sports Strategy available on the Kempsey Shire Council's website. Some examples of sporting grants are kit bags with bats, balls, stumps and pads for a cricket club, new toilets and basins in the change rooms of a sporting club, a new barbecue for fundraising at local sporting events, and new seating for spectators attending a sports ground. The Get Ready grant is a new category introduced to provide local organisations the opportunity to apply for funding to help our communities be better prepared for a disaster, respond to a disaster, or to recover from a disaster. It looks to provide funding to purchase equipment or to make upgrades to key community buildings. Some examples of equipment that could be purchased as a result of a Get Ready grant are satellite phones, deep cell batteries and solar panels. The grant could be used to upgrade toilet and shower facilities in community halls, or printers for community flyers. For more information on how the Get Ready grant could best support your individual community, please contact Beth Bickford, Council's Senior Community Recovery Officer, on 02 6566 3200. The NAIDOC Week Quick Grant category has been made available to support organisations in holding an event within our community to take part in cultural celebrations as part of NAIDOC Week, held between the 2nd of July and the 9th of July 2023. This year's NAIDOC Week theme is For Our Elders, and if you would like more information, head to naidoc.org.au. Now that you are familiar with the funding streams, you'll need to know how to apply. Applications are submitted online via Smarty Grants. Head to www.kempsey.smartygrants.com.au. You'll need to insert a username and password. You are able to leave your application at any point and come back to it later. Just ensure you save as you go. If you don't have access to a computer or internet, these facilities can be accessed free of charge through the libraries at Kempsey, Southwest Rocks or Stewart's Point. It is recommended that you call in advance to book a computer. The application form format will look like this. Page 1, Organisation and Contact Details and Eligibility Criteria. Page 2, Project Details, including project name and description as well as evidence of need. Page 3 will be the budget. Page 4 will be asking for some supplementary information. And finally, page 5, a declaration. Moving into project details, we will need to know how you describe your project and respond to the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why. Demonstrate need. Why is this project needed in our local community? We're looking for a comprehensive, realistic, value for money budget. We need to know that your organisation has the capacity to be able to deliver the project. And we need to know how your project aligns with Kempsey Shire Council's Community Strategic Plan. The 5 W's. Who? Who in the community benefits and who is going to run your project? What? Please describe the relationship between your project and the grant objectives. What are the activities, events, services or products of your project? Outline what the expected outcomes are at the end of the project, both immediate and short term. Where? Where will this project take place? When? What are the start and end dates of the project? And why? What are the specific reasons for this project? Which objectives of the Community Strategic Plan does your project meet and how? Head to Council's website at www.kempsey.nsw.gov.au to view the Community Strategic Plan and show us how your project aligns with the objectives of the plan. Project need. Why does this project need to be done? You will need to provide local evidence, for example, statistics, numbers, proof, history, etc. Who will it help? Again, we will need evidence to support this. Who is the target group And what would the outcomes be should you be successful in obtaining the funding? What is the benefit to the community rather than what is the benefit to your organisation? Photos and extracts from newspapers are just a few examples that could be used as proof of need. Local statistics including age, income and ethnicity are available through the Australian Bureau of Statistics. The budget needs to be realistic, and it is important to remember that any purchases or trade work over $500 requires a minimum of 2 quotes. This is to ensure that you are getting a fair price for the service or product that you are looking to purchase. And is the budget realistic to the number of participants you are expecting to the activity or event? If you are seeking a large amount of money, we will need to see that a large amount of people from the local community will benefit from your project. Here is an example budget, and a similar one can be found on the community grant guidelines available on Council's website. The budget should indicate the amount of grant funding being sought and a breakdown of the project's total expected expenditure and income, including any contribution by the applicant. The applicant contribution may be financial, in-kind materials, or volunteer labour. For projects that include volunteer labour, the Community Grant Program currently rates voluntary labour at $41.72 per hour. Applicants should note the maximum limits for each program, as applications that exceed the limit will be considered ineligible. Supplementary information. This information must be attached to your application in order to be assessed. Public liability, minimum $20 million. The last 2 years of financial records if your organisation is more than 12 months old. For works, services or individual purchases over $500, we will need 2 comparable quotes. We will need a copy of the lease if you do not own the building or land. We will need permission from the landowner if you are undertaking work or an activity on land that is not yours. And lastly, development approval. Projects including building or minor capital works may require a DA. Please check the development requirements prior to lodging your grant application with Council's Duty Planner. Here are some tips on how to put in a strong application. Seek feedback on your previous applications, whether you have been successful or unsuccessful. Read the guidelines available from Council's website and ask questions. Answer all of the questions in the form. This is compulsory and incomplete applications won't be assessed. Be specific and include evidence of need. Make sure that you attach all the necessary supplementary information, including letters of support, insurance, and quotations. Again, if these documents are not attached, your application will not be assessed. If you need more information on the Community Grant Program, head to www.kempsey.nsw.gov.au, or to apply, head to www.kempsey.smartygrants.com.au. If you have any questions throughout the application period, you can contact me directly via phone on 02 6566 3200 or via email to keely.halliday@kempsey.nsw.gov.au. Thank you.